Hello everyone. All are familiar with hard disks and pen drive nowadays, but it originated with floppy disks. So, who invented this floppy disks? What is the story behind the floppy disks? So, all will you know from Dr. Priyanka Agrawal. So, over to
Thank
Dr.
you, Dr.
Priyanka Agrawal.
Thank you, Dr. Apple. So today we'll talk about the interesting story of of the device, that floppy disk. We are familiar with the device. So fun thing is that the credit of this invention goes to whom, where it was invented, who is the scientist, who is where the country the credit of this invention goes to. So the country of the rising sun. I think we are all know about it. We are talking about the country Japan. Japan is the origin of we can say the disk floppy disk, the device floppy disk, and the world famous scientist Dr. Yoshiro Nakamatsu. He is quite familiar with the name Dr. Nakamatsu. Credit goes to for the invention of this floppy disk to Dr. Nakamatsu. He is a very famous scientist, famous inventor. The scientist is having the credit of, we can say, more than 3,500 patents or inventions in his name. And still he is creating many new, we can say, the inventions in his mind. At the age of 94 or 95, he is trying to create, to provide, to give the society to many inventions or many, we can say, the new ideas to the society. So these are some most uh, familiar pictures of Dr. Nakamatsu. There are certain facts about Nakamatsu. Presently he is 93 or 94 years of age. He was born in 28th June 1928, having a credit of more than 3,500 patents. It is said he is the world's topmost patent holder in the world, and all his inventions is summarized in a form of a movie that is called the Dr. Nakamatsu the Rug Cop, and he is the recipient of the IG Nobel Prize in Nutrition. So these are some facts about the Dr. Nakamatsu. And now the invention about that the floppy disk, how this invention came in his mind. So earlier it is said that it is not his first invention. Even in his childhood, he say that the mother, his mother is the, we can say, the real inventor, because she has given birth to him. Her mother has started teaching him the science, physics, chemistry at very early age. And one of the, we can say, the patented invention, even during the time World War II time, he observed that there was a crisis of the fuels. It was not easily available. And he observed that while her mother was transferring some, we can say, the soy sauce from big container to the smaller one, so she was having some problems. That is how to transfer it, because it was so cold. How to transfer it? It was having some problem. So then a dispenser type of device was generated or created in his mind, and this device is so useful even for, you can say, the transferring of the fuels, or the transferring of the petrol, or the transferring of the gasoline, or the transferring of the kerosene. All these for the transferring of this one is now being used. So this was his first invention. And after this, then after 2 years, while he is a man of music, he tried to listen some good musics and all that. While he was listening a music in the Symphony 5, he observed that the music is not coming so smoothly. It's not in a regular manner. He was getting some interruption. While because there is some disconnection between them, so he thought, why not to create a device, or we can say a disk, which will produce a sound in an uninterrupted manner. So here we can say the invention for the floppy disk generated in his mind. So while he was standing in the, you can say, the front door of his house, he observed that some butterflies are flopping over there. So he thought, I will give the disk the created disk in the name the floppy disk. This is a one thing. And he was so, we can say, the excited about this invention. So because of that, he also, you can say that the door of his the house, the front door, because the idea came in that point. So he has designed that door in the shape of, you can say, the floppy disk. So this is the, we can say, the invention of floppy disk created or converted or reaches up to us in the form of a device. And this is called the Dr. Nakamat's house, and the door is a shape of a floppy disk. But with this story, there's a one more story, that the floppy disk device was invented by the IBM. Now, many people are aware with that it is the invention, or we can say the research of IBM. This could not be denied that IBM was also doing the research for making such type of devices. But IBM itself uh, assumed, or itself told, that the invention was first came in the mind of Dr. Nakamatsu, and the and you know the importance of this device for the, you can say, the IBM. The Dr. Nakamatsu, we can say, handed over, or we can say the sale, or we can say the license in invention to the IBM. And further, we can say the research regarding the devices on this floppy disk, and the further, you can say, the modifications were carried out by the IBM. But they have already realized that this device was patented, or it was created, or it was invented by Dr. Nakamatsu. So this was the first invention of the Dr. Nakamatsu, which make him so famous that we can say the invention nowadays is known by that the Dr. Nakamatsu, the floppy disk. This is one thing. Similarly, many such type of inventions done by Dr. Nakamatsu. We'll talk about that later. That the very many interesting inventions is that. Another thing is that such invention is when started or created in the country like the Japan, we must be aware to know to how to search this patented invention. We must aware to know about how to search the Japanese patents, how we can search it. And one important fact about that, Japan is the world's third most country which is patent filing. Third most country which is going to form the patent filing, and the three, we can say, the important areas is the semiconductor, we can say some of the furnitures, and we can say some of the games. These are the three sectors where the maximum patent filing from the Japan is going on. So about that how the patent search in the Japanese patent office, we'll see later.
Thank you, ma'am. So definitely it will be very helpful. So since Dr. Nakamatsu published more than 3,500 patents, so many famous patents in his name. So it is very difficult to cover all, but we will also consider some more good examples of his patents. And Japan comes under third highest publishing country in patents. So we will also learn how we can search the Japanese patent and detail about that. So thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Pan. Thank you.